Hey folks, welcome to Shooting Up North. I'm your host, Louis Carlin. We're here right here on the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're watching for the first time, please consider hitting that subscribe button. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm on Twitter at Shooting Up North, Instagram at Alliance PW Network, and feel free to join our Facebook group, the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. And don't forget, you could own one of these sweet t-shirts right here. YouTube channel in the top, at the top, the banner, Shooting Up North banner, bottom right hand corner. Click on the Shooting Up North merchandise link, and you too can own one of these sweet t-shirts. Okay, so tomorrow night, Impact Wrestling presents Against All Odds at Center Stage in Atlanta. It's gonna be a great show. They have a number of really good matches lined up for this one. And let's get into it. Preview and prediction time. Against All Odds, preview and prediction time. Just finished watching Impact on Access TV. They've announced a number of other matches. They kind of filled out the card. Got 9 matches have been announced in total. I'm sure there's going to be one or two pre-show match. I think they have before Against All Odds. They have the pre-show matches. I'm sure there's going to be one or two pre-show matches, which I don't think they've announced yet. But nonetheless, we got the main card here, 9 matches in total. So let's run down the matches. Little preview, give you my predictions. Okay, so we have the Motor City Machine Guns taking on the Bullet Club's Chris Bay and Ace Austin. Should be a very good match. Chris Sabin, Frankie Kazarian just had a absolutely killer match on Impact on Access TV. What a match these two had. But Motor City Machine Guns tomorrow night against Chris Bay and Ace Austin. Again, this should be a terrific match. There's really no feuding going on between them. There's no story. There's no build in this match. It's just a match that was put together. Should be a good one. I'm going to go Motor City Machine Guns to be victorious in this one, but it should be a very good match. This might very well be on the pre-show. But it's going to be a great match. High octane, fast paced action in this one. But I'm going to go with Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley to defeat Chris Bay and Ace Austin. If you see me looking that way periodically, it's just New Japan Pro Wrestling just started on Access TV. So I'm just seeing what's going on. That's all. So then we have Chelsea Green and Deonna Purrazzo versus Mickie James and Mia Yim. Should be a great one as well. All four locked in a major feud right now. This is going to be a tough one to call. It should be a very good match. It should be highly competitive. Good back and forth action in this one. But I'm going to go with Mickie James and Mia Yim. Mickie James, this is her first match since, I believe, Multiverse of Matches. And Mia Yim, of course, recently returning to Impact Wrestling. So I'm going to go with Mickie James, Mia Yim to win this one. Chelsea Green taking the pin for her team. So I go Mickie James, Mia Yim over Deonna Purrazzo and Chelsea Green, but should be a very entertaining, very competitive match. Then we have the digital media champion, Rich Swann versus Brian Myers in a dot combat match. Not sure what the rules are on a dot combat match. I guess it's an anything goes match. But Rich Swann, the digital media champion, Brian Myers challenging him to another match, and it takes place tomorrow at Against All Odds. This also could be a pre-show match as well. Again, there should be another terrific match. Rich Swann defeating Matt Cardona for the digital media championship. Matt Cardona, I think, was supposed to be in this spot here, but he, of course, was injured, a torn bicep. He's out for a bit, so Brian Myers stepping in here. I think Brian Myers is going to win tomorrow. I think Brian Myers is gonna defeat Rich Swann and become the new digital media champion. I think Matt Cardona is going to show up somehow. I think Matt Cardona is going to show up, and he's going to help Brian Myers win the match. Again, should be a great one. Rich Swann, always a great match whenever the Rich Swann is involved. Brian Myers also very talented. Should be a great back and forth match as well. But I have a feeling Matt Cardona is going to show up tomorrow and assist and help Brian Myers get the title. So I'm picking Brian Myers to defeat Rich Swann for the Digital Media Championship. So I'm going to go with Brian Myers. Then we have the Impact Wrestling Knockouts Tag Team Championship. Sorry, I got an itch. I don't know why. Let me scratch that. There we go. Then we have the Impact Wrestling Knockouts Tag Team Champions, Taya, Valkyrie, and Rosemary defending against Tenille, Dashwood, and Gisele Shaw. Gisele Shaw replacing Madison Rayne. Madison Rayne has a broken nose, so Gisele Shaw taking her spot. It was supposed to be Tenille, Dashwood, and Madison Rayne, of course, but this should be a very, very good match as well. Gisele Shaw getting a victory over Rosemary tonight on Impact and Access TV. So this should be a great one as well. This should be a terrific match as well. Gisele Shaw, extremely talented, and teaming with Tenille Dashwood. I don't know if they're gonna have the chemistry that Tenille Dashwood and Madison Rayne have. Well, it remains to be seen. But it should be a terrific tag team match for titles. But I don't see Taya, Valkyrie, and Rosemary losing. I don't see them dropping the titles. I think they're going to hold on to the belts for a bit. So I'm going to go Taya, Valkyrie, and Rosemary to be victorious. And I wouldn't be surprised here. Gisele Shaw takes the loss for her team, and Tenille Dashwood turns on Gisele Shaw and gives her a little bit of a beatdown. Maybe Madison Rayne maybe comes in as well and holds her or something. And but I can see that happening. But all said and done, Taya, Valkyrie, Rosemary will remain the Impact Wrestling Knockouts Tag Team Champions. And then we have, my goodness, then we have a match that's just going to be absolutely sickly insane. Sami Callihan versus Moose in Raven's Clockwork Orange House of Fun match. Sorry, just love that name. Clockwork Orange House of Fun match. And Raven will be in attendance. Raven will be in the building. So I don't know if he's going to get involved in the match at all, or if he's just going to be supervising, or if he's going to be maybe officiating. Maybe he's the enforcer on the outside. I don't know, but he's going to be involved. He's going to be at center stage tomorrow. Sami Callihan and Moose, they had an absolute war at Slammiversary. Sorry, I just knocked my head off. Absolute war at Slammiversary. And they're going to have another war at Against All Odds. This is going to be crazy. It's going to be a crazy. Moose and Sami Callihan both took some crazy bumps. I mean, I spoke to Moose a few days after Slammiversary. He was on the show. I interviewed him, and he was still hurting from that one. He was still hurting from Slammiversary. And this is going to be crazy. There's going to be some crazy spots in this one, man. But when all is said and done, it's going to be blood. There's going to be. I wonder if Moose is going to grab another hot dog from from somebody, from another a fan that's ringside. But man, this is going to be insane. This is going to be an insane match. I'm looking forward to this one. I think more than any other match besides the main event. I'm looking forward to this one. This is going to be crazy, but I think Moose gets his win back here. I think Moose defeats Sami Callihan, and they each have one win apiece, and then we go to the rubber match. And I don't know what kind of match. Maybe they're going to have an exploding barbed wire dynamite match or something. I don't know what kind of match how they're going to top this, but this is going to be crazy. But I'm going with Moose to get the win over Sami Callihan, and the feud's not done yet. I think this feud's going to go on for a bit, and should be a crazy match. So I'm curious to see how Raven gets involved. I'm sure Raven is going to get involved somehow. Maybe him and Sami Callihan are going to come face to face. Maybe Sami Callihan will get in Raven's face or something, and Raven will hit him with the even flow. I think he called it the even flow DDT, if I'm not mistaken. But he's going to hit him with a DDT or something. But whatever happens, Moose is coming out on top. Just expect an insanely crazy match tomorrow between these two. Then we have after that, then we have Honor No More with Maria Kanellis taking on, and I'm not too thrilled about this one anymore. It was originally supposed to be the Briscoes, but now it's supposed to be the Briscoes, the Good Brothers, and James Storm. But now the Briscoes unable to compete in this one because they're injured. So it's going to be Honor No More taking on America's Most Wanted, James Storm, Chris Harris, the Good Brothers, the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions, and Heath Miller. So we went from the Briscoes to Heath Miller and Chris Harris as the replacements there. Now, here's what I'm thinking. The Good Brothers, part of the Bullet Club, wouldn't it have made sense if they needed two other people to go to their Bullet Club mates in Chris Bay and Ace Austin, have them as the next two of the other two members, since the Briscoes are injured and they can't compete? Wouldn't that have made the most sense? The Good Brothers in the Bullet Club. Hey, we got a Bullet Club brothers here. I call them mates. Bullet Club brothers, and Chris Bay and Ace Austin here. Why don't we let them know that we need their help, and they'll be the next two? But that would have made the most sense. But instead, we're getting Chris Harris and we're getting Heath. This was a bit of an exciting match, but it's not really that exciting anymore. I'm going to go with Honor No More to win this one. I think Chris Harris is going to take the loss for the team. I could be right. If Honor No More loses, they should just disband Honor No More. They should just disband Honor No More. And it was interesting because on Impact and Access tonight, they kind of teased in the beginning that they were going to get PCO as one of the members, as one of the replacements, and that would have been interesting. I thought that was going to end up with PCO being attacked by Honor No More and then him switching sides. But they didn't go that route. They didn't go that route. See, that would have been interesting. Chris Bay, Ace Austin would have been interesting, but instead they went, in my opinion, the uninteresting way, and they went with Heath and Chris Harris. Again, if Honor No More loses tomorrow, they should just disband Honor No More, because it's just like, I don't remember the last time they won. When it was when it was team versus team. It seems like every match they're in is a team versus another team, and I'm hoping that because Raven is on the show, like I had this feeling that Raven is gonna be in the ring, and Honor No More after that match are gonna come out and they're gonna attack Raven, and Tommy Dreamer is gonna show up, much to BQ's delight. BQ of the Impact Lounge, much to BQ of the Impact Lounge's delight, because he'll pop for that. I had this feeling that Tommy Dreamer's going to come out and make the save, and then we're gonna wind up getting Honor No More. We're gonna wind up getting Honor No More against the ECW Originals on the next event. But hopefully that doesn't happen. I was just thinking of, what if I have a feeling something like that's gonna happen, and we're gonna get the ECW Originals against Honor No More. But anyway, back to Against All Odds. I got Honor No More to win this one. Again, I can't see them losing. I can't see them losing to if the Briscoes were involved. Okay, then they will lose. But I think Chris Harris is going to take the loss. He's the weak link of the team, so I could see. I'm picking Honor No More to win this one. It should be a good match. It's not going to be a great one. It should be a good one. But Honor No More, I got. But then we have Impact Wrestling X Division Champion Speedball Mike Bailey defending against the #1 contender, and he won the Fatal 4-Way on Impact and Access tonight. Trey Miguel, the defense against Trey Miguel. Now, this made a lot of sense. I knew Trey Miguel was winning. I read the spoilers, and that makes the most sense because Trey Miguel defeated Mike Bailey a week before Slammiversary, or it was. No, it was the Thursday before Slammiversary. Speedball Mike Bailey lost to Trey Miguel, and made sense. Trey Miguel has that win over Mike Bailey, so it adds some intrigue to this match. And should this going to be a fantastic match? This is going to be super, super high octane. Speedball Mike Bailey just delivers time and time again. Trey Miguel delivers time and time again. They're going to have a fantastic match. But Mike Bailey's retaining. I'm going to go with Mike Bailey to defeat Trey Miguel in an absolute. This could be the match of the night. This could definitely be the match of the night. Sami Callihan Moose right up there, and I think I said that I'm looking forward to Sami Callihan and Moose the most besides the main event. And also, I should have mentioned, besides this X Division Championship match, this is going to be fantastic. This is going to be a fantastic, fantastic match. I hope they go 25, 30 minutes. This is going to be a great, great match. There's going to be some great spots in this one. And I think they're both gonna bring their A+ game tomorrow, and it's gonna be absolutely fantastic. But I don't see Mike Bailey dropping the title to Trey Miguel. They kind of spoke about Trey Miguel defeating Mike Bailey the Thursday before Slammiversary, which is understandable, and I'm sure they're gonna make a point of it again during Against All Odds before the match starts or right before the match begins. But I'm going with Speedball Mike Bailey to retain the X Division Championship. Then we have the Impact Wrestling Knockouts champion, Jordynne Grace, defending her title against former champion Tasha Steelz. This should be a fantastic match as well. I don't see Jordynne Grace losing. I don't see Jordynne Grace dropping the title. Jordynne Grace defeated Savannah Evans this evening on Impact and Access. But Tasha Steelz, great talent. Loved her as champion. We'll love to have the belt around her waist again. I would love to see it. I would love to see her have the belt around her waist again, I should say. But I don't see her defeating Jordynne Grace. It's going to be a great match. It's going to be a good action in this one. But Jordynne Grace retains the Impact Wrestling Knockouts championship tomorrow at Against All Odds in Atlanta, and the main event, and what a main event it's going to be. The Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion Josh Alexander, the walking weapon Josh Alexander, puts his title on the line against undefeated in Impact Wrestling, former All Japan Pro Wrestling Triple Crown champion. I think he held the belt twice. I think he's a 2-time or maybe even 3-time champion. Joe Doering. Joe Doering, what a fantastic talent Joe Doering is. And he's a great, great big man. He was fantastic in All Japan Pro Wrestling. And I think he's been held a little back in Impact Wrestling. We really haven't seen him. They haven't let Joe Doering loose, in my opinion. I mean, we've seen, a little bit here, a little bit there, but he really hasn't been let loose. And I hope tomorrow's match is going to be fantastic. Tomorrow's match is going to be fantastic. I think it's great. Joe Doering is getting an opportunity for the Impact Wrestling World Championship, and tomorrow is going to be the main event. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. And of course, Joe Doering. They actually, there was a great little video promo for Joe Doering on tonight on Impact on Access. It was a great little video promo, which I thought was well done. And but this match is going to be just out of this world. Trust me, it's going to be just out of this world. And they pointed out that Joe Doering, a number of times, that Joe Doering is undefeated in Impact Wrestling, which means he's going to lose for the first time at Against All Odds. Josh Alexander is not going to lose. He's not going to drop the title to Joe Doering. So tomorrow, Josh Alexander defeats Joe Doering in an absolutely fantastic match. And who knows if Eric Young makes an appearance? Who knows if Eric Young makes an appearance? We haven't seen Eric Young on Impact Wrestling. I saw Eric Young with Joe Doering and Dino last week at Greektown Wrestling. I put the picture up, but I don't know if Eric Young makes an appearance. But regardless, I don't see Josh Alexander dropping the title to Joe Doering. One scenario, though, could be Joe Doering dropping the title. Joe Doering winning the title, and then Eric Young wanting Joe Doering to hand him over the title, and Joe Doering refuses, and which starts a feud between Joe Doering and Eric Young. I can see maybe something like that happening, but Josh Alexander is in it for the long haul as Impact Wrestling World Champion. He's a great champion, great talent, and I don't see him losing tomorrow. So tomorrow, my pick is Josh Alexander to retain the Impact Wrestling World Championship against Joe Doering. And I'm sure Dina's going to get involved. He's going to be at ringside. I'm sure Dina's going to get involved. The odds are going to be stacked against Josh Alexander again. But again, Josh Alexander is not losing. So I got Josh Alexander to retain the Impact Wrestling World Championship tomorrow. And there you have it. That's it. Against all odds. That was my preview. That was my preview and predictions again for Against All Odds tomorrow in Atlanta, Georgia at Center Stage. And don't forget, on Saturday, July 2nd, will be what's the name of the show? I think it's Southern Hostility. I think. Let me pull it up here because they have a TV taping that they're doing on July 2nd. Southern Hostility. I got it right. Southern Hostility. So July 2nd, TV taping. It's going to be Southern Hostility. Television trends, yeah. On July 2nd, and it doesn't indicate what time. It probably starts like at 8 o'clock. They have tickets available for that. And then we got July 15th and 16th. They head to Louisville, Kentucky for the Derby City Rumble. So again, tomorrow, Against All Odds, going to be a great show. Looking forward to it. It's on Impact. It's on Impact Plus, or if you subscribe to YouTube Ultimate Insiders like I do, you can watch it on YouTube. And then on July 2nd, Southern Hostility TV taping. Again, Atlanta, Georgia, Center Stage. Great Friday and Saturday of Impact Wrestling action. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to the show tomorrow. And of course, I'm looking forward to when the taping hits Impact on Access TV. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that. Leave it at that for now. I think I'm done for the night. It's getting a little late. I'm getting a little tired. I might go to bed, or I might stay up and watch more wrestling. Who knows? But if anything breaks in a month, I'll be back. But until then, thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye. Stay safe, everyone. So long. Bye-bye.